mother closer together?
Well, on one hand I do, but I feel closer to all women that have children this way, because you have a bond. If you go into the hospital and you have an epidural and you don't feel your baby come out and you don't have that's your hormones, I feel like you don't understand what people who experience it go through. So when I find women that have felt their babies come out and have gone through that hormonal process, I feel a bond with all those women because they understand.
And that's something we really haven't talked about too much on the show is, is just the total of the hormonal cocktail of your own body and what you're missing if you're not there for it.
Yes.
Would either of you like to, my guests, like to comment on that?
I think that's a very, very important topic that all people need to be aware of, that yes, when you have a baby naturally, your body is responding, secreting the appropriate hormones for the woman to recover well, avoiding postpartum depression, nursing, and bonding. And then for the baby, it really but it enhances the bonding experience and can emotionally and psychologically affect the relationship between the mother and baby for a lifetime. I know that sounds dramatic, but we are biological beings, and we do have
sort of the imprinting at the beginning.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's what it is. It's imprinting.
I wonder when it comes to the relation that men have with their children, if it makes it more personal for them to be there, changing the diapers.
Actually, it does. In terms of the man being present at the birth, not that he has to see everything. He can be at the mother's head. So I'm not talking about that part. But
you're not trying to give him a strict role. You're saying pick a role that's comfortable for him is what you sound like you're saying.
Right. And
Tammy's shaking her head yes.
I think that there is research on this, that a father does bond more, forms a much stronger bond with the baby because he knows it's his child. And it's the same for the mom, because if they're unaware, and let's say they're in a highly medicalized situation in the hospital and the baby is taken away, or if it's a C-section, even mothers have a hard time believing that that's their baby if they didn't see it with their own eyes coming out. I've actually talked to many women in this situation, and so for the father to be there and witness the birth, it just increases the bonding.
And he sees the strength of his wife, and it deepens their bond as well, having seen what his wife did in birthing their child into this world.
I think that's a really good point. I think I'd take that to home. Do you think your husband would agree with that, Claire?
Yeah, my husband actually wanted to catch the baby.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to be behind me, though. I needed him to support me up, but he actually grabbed the baby and pulled it out. And I had a daughter. My daughter actually looked up and just stared at him for the longest time after she was born. And he talks about it so fondly. And he's like, she knew who I was. She looked at me. She loved me right away. And they'll always have that. And they're so close and so have such a connection because of that.
Well, look, I'm going to move on to another call. Thank you so much for calling, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello? You want to be on the air? Hello?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. We'll see if we can do it. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. Hi, this is Radio Heartline with Dennis Price. I have Tammi and Stephanie in here. And did you have a question for my guest or a story to tell us?
I heard you were talking about home birth.
Yeah. You are correct. We are talking about home birth. I didn't get your first name.
My name is Jessie.
Hi.
Hi.
And are you thinking about having a child? Are you pregnant? Have you had a home birth yourself?
I have had one home birth, and I'm pregnant again, and I'm planning on having another home birth.
Okay. Wow. I'm waiting for someone to call up, and there's bound to be someone out there that said, I had a home birth, and I'm not doing it that way again. I haven't found that one yet. So, how old are you? Did you say Essie?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What did you say your name was?
Jesse.
Jesse? And how old are you, Jesse?
I'm 18.
Wow. So you're a real pioneer here. And so you're pregnant again, you're planning on having this baby at home, you're saying?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're the, we've gotten the later it gets, the younger the moms are getting here. I guess if we stay up until 12, we'll have some really young moms calling. Do you, who do you plan on having with you at your home birth?
I'm planning on having my midwife. My husband's in the Navy, and he's going to be out to sea, so I'm also planning on having a doula.
Right, so even if he's not there, you'll have someone, wow. So you're a Navy wife then?
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't it scary being so young and having a baby? Do you find it scary to be so young and having a baby?
No.
No? Wow. You're very courageous. How do your parents feel about this?
My parents,
Yeah.
they weren't very happy.
Ah,
I got pregnant.
mhm. Wow. How do they feel about you having a birth at home?
They weren't very happy about that either. I don't think they're still very happy about that.
Now, you said you did the first one at home, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, but that's not how they had you? Were you,
Sorry, what?
were you a home birth or were you born in a hospital?
I was born in a hospital.
Right. So, why is it that you decided to do this at home?
I don't like hospitals, and I just feel that having a baby is not an emergency. There's no reason to go to a hospital.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
How did your home birth go?
It went very well.
Awesome.
Not exactly the way I planned, but it still went very well.
But that's okay. You were able to release and just go forward with the way it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And when you say not the way you planned, you mean you envisioned yourself with candles and in a certain position or something like that, or?
Yeah.
And it just sort of went the way it went, eh? And well, this is just an amazing thing to me. So, and your parents didn't do a home birth, so it might be a little hard for them to grasp that, because they think you're just supposed to be at home. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a little sister, yeah.
Oh, and is she going to be there at all, you think? Do you think you'll have your little sister at the birth?
Oh, no.
Okay, not her cup of tea, all right. And,
No. I'm in Virginia, and my family's in Pennsylvania.
all right. Well, this is probably because you're in the military, and your husband's in the Navy, so, wow. Are you planning on using any hypno-birthing techniques?
No.
No? Have you heard about that before?
Yes, I have.
Oh. And is there, not that there's any reason not to do it. I mean, I've only really been learning about this myself tonight. Is there a reason that you're not thinking about using any of that?
No, there's no particular reason. I just haven't.
It's interesting. I wonder what it's like. I wonder how moms feel in the sense of, people say, well, you shouldn't have a baby early, or you should have a baby, whatever it is. But when you're having a baby at 18, your body's in top-notch shape, isn't it? These women are shaking their head here, my two guests. I mean, I would think that you'd be running sprints around those old 30-year-olds. I mean, do you feel that? Do you feel like, well, I'm buff and able, I can do this?
Yeah.
So, because I know that my wife looks at me and says, it would kill me if I had to have another baby at like 47 or 45 or 50 or something like that. And of course, then you get to be around, you'll have lots of energy to chase after them too. Wow. So, do you have any questions for my guests, or do my guests have any questions for you?
No, I just wish you lots of luck with your second home birth, and I think it's great that you've chosen to go this route. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,